Okay, so this is the mnemonic device or memory device that was in the screencast that we watched earlier in the week. And I just wanted to add some hand motions to it to help you remember the different stages of the cell cycle. So we said that the cell cycles, the cell's life, goes through interphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, and cytokinesis. But a lot of times those get jumbled up in your mind and you can't remember, okay, what's the order that they came in, what's happening in the cell during that stage, and you're going to need to know that for the assessment. So the mnemonic device, again, just to remember the order, is I pray more at the church. So if you remember that phrase, I pray more at the church, that can help you remember interphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, and cytokinesis. So when we get ready to take the assessment, write it at the top of your paper or on a piece of paper. I guess it'll be online, so you won't be able to write it on paper. But if you need to just like jot it down afterwards, remember that. It'll help you get the order of the stages of the cell cycle. The other thing that gets kind of mixed up in people's minds is what's happening in the cell during that particular stage. So this helped me to kind of remember what was going on because I did the same thing. They don't get all mixed up in my brain. So the hand motions that I made up to go along with it are, represents interphase because this is the cell when it's living, it's growing, it's doing its job. Towards the end, it's going to start preparing, duplicating the DNA for preparation for mitosis, which is cell division. So then we have I pray, in prophase. Let's do the phases. So this is interphase. This is prophase. The reason I chose to do this during prophase is that helps me remember that the DNA is going to condense. It's going to go from chromatin in the interphase to chromosomes where it's all coiled and twisted up tightly during prophase. Metaphase is like this because that helps you remember the chromosomes are then going to line up in the middle during metaphase. Anaphase, we do this because that's where they pull apart to the sides of the cell. Telophase is like this because that's where it's kind of starting to come in. The nuclear membrane is going to reform. And then cytokinesis, we go like this because that's when the cytoplasm finishes dividing and you end up with two new daughter cells that have the exact same DNA. Hope that helps you remember those. Let's do it one more time, just real quick. So we have interphase, prophase, the chromosomes, the chromatin condenses into chromosomes. Metaphase, they line up in the middle. Anaphase, the chromosomes pull apart. Telophase, the membrane starts to kind of come in and the nuclear membrane comes back. And cytokinesis, the cytoplasm divides and you have two new daughter cells. Practice that. I think it'll help you remember the things that are going on in the cell and do better on your assessment.